Anyone got any other suggestions, by the way? Because we got I've got a Kirby, which will not take me long to draw at all. Kirby doesn't take long to draw. Any other suggestions? I'm thinking comic book. I've drawn a lot of video game characters, and obviously this is a manga character, so technically it's comic. But I'm feeling comic book characters today, and they can be from the world. They can be more manga characters, I guess, but really I would like them to be from manga. But I'm thinking more indie or superhero stuff from like American comics or European stuff. So if anyone's got any suggestions, please throw it my way. But I gotta do the Kirby first. Oh, sorry, Matt. I was also saying. Okay, let me finish what I was going to say. Then. I remembered I was talking to you, and then I said I had to just quickly do something. So, yeah, I don't think I would ever go to MCM as a punter again. It just probably isn't my cup of tea. Although I'm gutted I don't get to look at some of the artists and stuff. It's kind of frustrating, but. Quite like this. I do like the safety net. Being behind a table. Just making sure stream's still working, guys. Yeah, so the stream's still up and running on Twitch. YouTube. I had a feeling something went wrong there. Oh. Something seemed to go wrong with my OBS. So apologies. If you're watching on YouTube. Just fixing this so I've got the chat and stuff on OBS. Sorry guys. Wouldn't be a Ben Allen Inc. stream without a technical issue, would it? Give me a moment. It seems to be on Twitch, it sort of picks itself up, but YouTube it starts a whole new live stream again, which is great. Just great. There we go, popped up there. Because I think I fixed it. Are we still back on though? Are people on Twitch still there? YouTube? YouTube, I've had to start again. It's so frustrating. But YouTube's stream has had to start again, I think. I think Twitch, you're back on. Yeah, you seem to be okay. So, okay, right. No problem. What I'm also going to suggest is say if anyone wants it, anyone. Sorry about all the stopping and starting, guys. Just as usual, I'm having technical issues as usual. That's probably because of MTM. Got me in cartridges. Okay, give me a second, guys. Should have a tin of ink cartridges, and they're not here. downstairs. Give me a second, guys. No. I don't believe this. I don't know where my cartridges are going. This is really. Aha. That's where they were. No problem. How are we doing, guys? We still on the stream? It's gone awfully quiet. Yeah, that really is annoying. I think that network thing really kicked everybody off, especially on YouTube. Thank you, Ro. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird stream today because I've just been all over the place. I've had some technical issues. I couldn't got some equipment I couldn't find, and oh, it's been one of those days. But it's okay. There we go. Seems to be the pen isn't quite kicking in. There we go. Hey, Bestorium. So what happened was I had a technical difficulty, it seemed, and it's just so on Twitch it's just picked up where it's left off, but YouTube it starts a whole new stream again. So it's the same stream as before. It's just that I had to start again. It's kind of irritating. What I'm gonna do, Ro, over on Twitch, I'm gonna leave that for now because this pen hasn't quite kicked in before I can start doing like really heavy blacks on this. So I'm going to try and come back to that. We will come back to that. Wait for the pen to sort of hurry up. And while you're here, William, I'm going to do an old school Kirby. I hope that's okay. So that's my favourite. So when he was black and white on the Game Boy, that's the one I like. Yeah, bro, I'm having tech, pen, yeah, everything. I'm having so many problems. Oh, hello, hi, Patrick. How's it going, mate? Yeah, I've had so many technical issues. It's ridiculous. I've had technical issues. I've had like equipment issues. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm gonna do this Kirby. How do you normally do that? You know when you have you just have one of those days, just everything isn't working out. Right. Yeah, it does. He does have a little. So if we do like that, that's what I thought. The pen is starting to. By the way, Patrick, if you're still about, mate, do you have a suggestion for the drawing stream? I'm looking for comic book characters. I've drawn a lot of video game characters lately, so if you've got anyone from the world of comics you want to see, please let me know. And they can be anything. It can be superheroes. It could be characters from a manga maybe, or European stuff, indies. Yeah, anything from that kind of stuff. That goes for anybody, by the way. That's not just me saying Patrick should come up with it. But and Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen. Okay, got it. He's next. Just to keep it PG though, I'll have him from the waist up. Oh, sorry, Bessalorium, you didn't mention that you wanted him in the winning pose. But that's totally okay. That's okay. Maybe if we've got time at the end, I don't know if we do, but if we do have time at the end, I can always quickly draw up another Kirby. Kirby will take a lot to draw. I'm not sure what the winning pose would be for Kirby. What is that? Is that like where he has his hand up? Is that what he has? Oh, by the way, them new badges are looking sick once my turbulence is sorted. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, Patrick, I've been meaning to message you, because you did message me and I haven't got around to replying to you, sorry. I've been quite overwhelmed by loads of things at the moment. But, I mean, yeah, I can't imagine, yeah. We'll chat, mate. Sorry about not getting back to you. We will. And thank you for the compliments at the pins, honestly. You can, to be fair, mate, you could just have a pin. We'll talk later. But yeah, I got new pin badges. Show them off right now. Yeah, they look great. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, this is a Ballistan, is what I've called it. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with how they came out. My partner Karina, she nagged me to get them because she said they would look really good, and she's right, they do look really good. But we got them just in time for MCM, but not a lot of people bought them, which is a shame. But people did acknowledge them. They were like, they look really good. So it was they had a good what do you call it? Like, there was a lot of good feedback for them, and I'm glad I got them. Yeah, she does. I can't wait to make more pins, but we've got to sell these ones first before I can justify buying any more. Because I don't know if you know this, guys, but pins are expensive. There you go, best DeLorean. A Kirby. A quick Kirby. Right. Let's finish the trousers on power. Because it feels like the ink and the pen has started to actually get in there now. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Patrick. I meant to say you on Twitch. Yeah, yeah. If I was going to pay for products now and I'm going to spend the money anyway, I might as well spend them on good stuff. I think that's the thing. I used Made by Cooper, and those guys are really good. Yeah, I had pins. So there's an artist I follow, Benjamin Newman, and his stuff is ace. And he used to do this thing where he used to do these snap cards, and they were kaiju related ones, and he would then do pin badges to go with them. So I messaged him on Instagram asking if like who does the pin badges, because they're in such good quality. They're such good quality, and the guy I usually get, he was he didn't really get in touch with me. No, long story short, I barely got hold of him. He never got in touch back to me about things. So I just had to, because I wanted them for MCM. I had to look elsewhere. Nothing personal against that guy, but I couldn't get him. So, and he was one that did the Gundam pins that I did before. So I wanted that quality. But honestly, these guys. Yeah, the quality. I paid a lot more for them, though. I did obviously pay a lot more for them, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So I charged double what for the Gundam pins I used to do, I charged a £5. I have to charge 10 for these just because they cost more for me to produce. But I mean, they look so great. I'm so happy. Right, Ro, I think that's she's done. So we've got that one, got the Kirby, and then it's looking a bit quiet unless someone's dying to see something else. I may just do Dr. Manhattan and then call it a night, but we'll see. We'll see. I realise I haven't given it. I was going to give it some more debris. You know me, I do like some debris. Thank you, Ro. I think she could have come out a bit better, but you know, considering I had to fight the elements today for some reason, the technology elements, I think that'll have to do. Right. I can't speak as well. A quick Dr. Manhattan through Patrick. Here we go. Yeah, just to play it very safe, we'll do shoulder, I think. Saying that's probably not take me that long to draw him, to be. I forgot he hasn't really got a lot of features or anything, has he? Oopsie. To be fair, with Dr. Manhattan's design, Patrick, I think it's still like I'm really happy with the eyes how they've come out. So I get it. Like I think it's I was still trying to incorporate some of my style in there, like so, not adding too many complexities to his design because his design was not that complex anyway. But then adding certain things, so like the eyes are drawn a certain way on Dr. Manhattan, and I've changed it ever so slightly. It seems to work. I just need to look at the thing on his eye. Oh yeah, of course, he's got a bit more. So if we do that. I don't want to do too much else to the face. Does Dr. Manhattan have eyebrows as well? Thinking about it, does he have eyebrows? How did Dave Gibbons draw him? Did he have eyebrows? He kind of did, didn't he? So I guess we'd have to include some eyebrows. It's a shame I don't like the eyebrows. It's kind of ruining it. Oh, thank you, Patrick. I think I got there. It's like Silver Surfer. You kind of you get a certain. Because Silver Surfer again is another one. Silver Surfer is completely. The character design is simultaneously nothing, but is so precise as well. It's really weird. It's such a strange thing. I was going to do something else, but I think we're just going to leave it as a line art. I think that looked pretty nice. Yeah, I'd argue I think characters like Silver Surfer and this guy are quite... they're hard to get right. Anyone can draw a blue naked dude. You gotta get it. Yeah. So I think this every time I tune in, I honestly find it amazing how you're able to create something so seemingly effortless. Within the last 15 minutes, you've created something I couldn't create given 12 hours. So that's what it's meant to be. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, but this is my job. It's like, this is what I've been doing this for years. But thank you. And it's nice when people say stuff like that because, and I'm sure everybody feels this way, but I mean, like, you sort of, like me, I'm seeing all the imperfections and where I've messed up and stuff. I'm trying not to bring up where I've messed up. That's just what you do. How often do I use reference images? It really depends what I'm drawing. Like then I used reference. It's different with streams because I'm referencing characters. I'm trying to draw characters, so I have to look at reference sometimes. Like with this one, I kind of know what Dr. Manhattan looks like, so I did most of it by myself. But then I did look at I looked at Dave Gibbons' his interpretation of his character. But when it comes to like referencing, like I don't know, anatomy and stuff, again, if it's stuff like this, it's just a mugshot, isn't it? I can sort of do that. I've got to the point now where I can understand proportions. Although, like I said, I think if I'm being honest, I think the head could be a bit smaller. You see it from a different angle here. But maybe not the head should be smaller, but I think it should be this way, squeezed in a bit. But I kind of know enough to get by with anatomy when it comes to that sort of stuff. But it's posing. Like, I don't know if you were here earlier, Patrick, but this POW I did for Chainsaw. That's okay. I didn't use a reference, but I think because I didn't use a reference on anatomy there, I failed somewhat in places. But that's okay. That's what the beauty of these streams are. The streams are supposed to be quite relaxed. They're supposed to be just, I don't want to use too much reference. Hence why one of the things I said at the final part of the last stream, where I'm saying, it's all well and good if people want me to draw their favourite characters and whatever, and I understand that, but I was getting a lot of characters that I didn't know who they were, and so because of that, I was relying very heavily on reference, and because I was relying heavily on reference, the drawings I felt suffered somewhat. Not that I'm saying every artist should look at reference, that's not what I'm saying, but the beauty of these streams is it's kind of like going freehand and just playing what you see. But when you're so focused on the reference, you don't tend to play as much. I don't know if that makes any sense. But so because of that, you're so focused on getting it right because of the anatomy. You're so focused on getting it right. You're kind of not playing. You're not, things feel a bit stilted or a bit wooden, and it doesn't really, So that's. So on the streams, I do my best not to use reference if I can. But in some cases I have to for characters and stuff. Like Power, when I drew her, not only was the pose I should have really used a reference for, but I did use a reference for her character design because I don't know the character well enough. So. Yeah, I suppose if you use too much reference, it becomes more a homage to the original work and removes some of the signature style. Yeah, and this is the other thing with style and stuff, because I know there's some people who have asked me at cons, and I think sometimes on the stream they'll ask me about styles and stuff like that. It's not that you want to be beholden to a style, because if you pigeonhole yourself into one style, it might not be. Like, my style is still changing. Like, I have a style, I know that. I know some people can't say I like your style, or I don't like your style, which is totally fine. But, like, they have, I do have visual rules and a visual language that I produced. But I'm still learning. There's still certain ways. I don't know, like, for example, I don't know, how would I draw a chopper? Like a helicopter or something, I don't know. I've never drawn one in my life. I don't think I've ever drawn a helicopter ever, so I wouldn't know. Do you mean stuff like that? So there's always Yeah, and in some cases you can't. Like Dr. Manhattan's quite good because Dave Gibbons, when he drew him, Dave Gibbons, and I'm not knocking Dave Gibbons at all because Dave Gibbons is an amazing artist. What I mean is though, Dave, is his comic art style is that kind of like, it seems somewhat generic nowadays. Although I would still argue you can totally tell when Dave Gibbons is drawing something. But my point is, it's kind of like that sort of house American comic book style, you see. So, and so I feel his art style, his character designs especially, can be lent to so many different styles. But if you asked me to, I don't know, got me to draw, I've had it before when I had to draw the Tick once. I had a suggestion of drawing the Tick, and I was like, oh god, how do I do that? Because this whole thing is the chin and stuff like that, and it was hard. I don't think I mean, it was okay. But like, that's the thing. It's sometimes when they're so Tintin is another one. Tintin or Garfield or any of these characters, but Peanuts, they kind of may lose themselves somewhat if you take them away from Hergé or Charles M. Schultz or who's the Garfield guy, Jim Davidson. You know, I don't know. I was rambling, but you know what I meant. A style is a fluid thing and it grows, but like you said, it's more fun to play around and do something in one way and draw. Honestly, when I'm doing work stuff, yeah, obviously there's a lot more reference because I want to get it right. And sometimes I do want to get it right on streams and stuff. But in this case, every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. GMT is a moment where you guys can hang out with me. You can chat. You can make a suggestion for a drawing, and we just have I have a play. And this is what I do, just sit there drawing with pencil and ink, and it's really fun. So another question that I have, no doubt changes from day to day. Who is your current biggest influence? And you're on it today, Patrick. Before we answer that, this is done. I think this is the Dr. Manhattan. It's kind of a simple one. I didn't really want to do too much of it. I wasn't going to do. Maybe I'll give him. I'll tell you what. Maybe I'll give him a little frame. I sometimes do this. Let's give him a little frame. There we go. Give him a little box. Why not? So there you go. I think Dr. Manhattan's done though. So there you go. So so those are the drawings we've got so far. We've got these three. So it's. I'm gonna skip this track. I don't like this track. Why my music not being? Hang on a sec. My music's being a bit. Not a huge fan of that one. There we go. That's better. So, while we're still here, it's now coming up to 9:20. Technically, unless someone's got any suggestions, technically I can go on till 10 p.m. So, if anyone's got any other suggestions to draw one last drawing, again, I'm looking for comic book characters, preferably. Please throw them in the chat. I think Patrick's the only one in the chat, so if Patrick wants to make a suggestion, go right ahead. But if anybody else wants to, just because I know Patrick's already made a suggestion, please throw it in the chat. If not, I throw it to you, Patrick. Anyway, so to answer your question, so another question that I have no doubt changes from day to day, who is your current biggest influence? I have many big influences. If we're looking at, let's look at the Dr. Manhattan drawing here. My biggest influence for getting the simplistic looking character design and this cartooniness, but also not that you want to say cartoons aren't sophisticated, but sophisticatedness to it, is a guy called Darwyn Cooke. Darwyn Cooke is one of my biggest influences. Darwyn, he worked for DC quite a lot, and I discovered him through doing the Spirit comic, Will Eisner's The Spirit, which was a reboot of the comic in 2006, I want to say. That might not be 2006, it might be later than that, maybe 2009 or something, I can't remember, it's been so long. But he did his own rebooted series, I think 13 issues long, of Will Eisner's The Spirit, which is a Golden Age detective pulp character. Look it up, you can see it. I think there was a terrible movie. Don't watch the movie. The Spirit film is terrible, but there was a Spirit film. And I was like, who's this guy? Because I really liked his look, and it kind of reminded me of the Batman the Animated Series kind of style, where it's like that sort of those shapes and like the lines and stuff, and then that's it. Very simple, very elegant. Turns out Darwyn Cooke did actually work on the Batman Animated Series, which totally makes sense. He's very similar to Bruce Timm, who was the showrunner for Batman the Animated Series as well. So you can tell they've got very similar styles, except I would argue Darwyn Cooke was a master. Bruce Timm's great, obviously, but I think Darwyn Cooke was that person who could take that style, that simplistic style, and then mold it and like shape it to whatever book or story he wanted to tell. It's fantastic. He would do, stuff for Batman, but he did a really good book about the Justice League, or DC Universe in general, called The New Frontier, which is a fantastic book. It's somehow very nostalgic of the golden age of comics, but by not looking like an old comic. He's very good at that, or was very good at that, I should say, because the man did pass away in 2016. He died of cancer, unfortunately, which is really shit. Excuse my language, sorry. Yeah, he died because he was of cancer, which is a real shame. I would have loved to have met him, because I know he did some conventions here and there. I don't know if he did many UK ones, but I was gutted when he died, because I really wanted to meet that man. He's one of my biggest influences. I have about 3 others that I would call big influences. Maybe 4. To be fair, I could probably come up with a top 10 quite easily. But I have so many artists I'm really into and stuff. But yeah, if that answers your question, that's my current one I can think of off the top of my head. Mainly because we're looking at Dr. Manhattan here. And if I find, what have I got a Darwyn Cooke book to show you guys? Hang on a sec. There you go. So one thing I want to do on the streams at some point, guys, is actually do some show and tells and stuff like that. So it's not just me drawing, but doing this sort of stuff where I'm actually showing books and stuff like that. One thing I've been in talks with some friends about doing a book club type thing. So I may do that on the stream at some point, just to do some other content that isn't just me drawing. Anyway, so this is graphic ink by DC, and it was just a book of Darwyn Cooke's artwork. So if I go, look at this Batman. Look at that. So this is what I mean. Darwyn Cooke was he was. Hang on, I'm just going to take the dust jacket off. I always find it very irritating. Oh, look at this! I've just seen the cup. Oh. Honestly, the dust cover's fine. It's a nice cover, right? Because you've got like the cafe and stuff like that. It's very, very pretty. But look at this. So look at this, beautiful. And this is yeah. So you can see the simple line art, the cartoony style, but it's still very sophisticated. This was what his Justice League, and he did a really good Wonder Woman. If I ever draw Wonder Woman, I'm always inspired by him, how I drew one. There you go, look at this. Look at that. So you've got Wonder Woman there, Superman, Flash. Great. He would evoke the golden age of comics, but by drawing something that isn't really, like, old comics didn't look like that, Yeah, he was so good. I think this is from New Frontier, I believe. Yeah, this is a load of New Frontier stuff. DC New Frontier. He also did these covers as well, but again, he could change his art style. Yeah, he was great. Green Lantern there. I mean, Wonder Woman there. knocking out some bullets. Yeah, he could go really cartoony, as you can see like there, and then just also not as cartoony. He was always cartoony, but you know what I mean. Like, I think he's Catwoman. So good. That is one of my favourite pieces of Catwoman. Right there, fantastic. Let me I'm going to move this off my drawing board a second so I can find. Let me find one. I wonder if it's in here. But this is what I mean. So like, here's oh god, there's a comic here for Jonah Hex. I haven't even seen that. I might have to get that something. Look at this. He would do like, it's still cartoony, but it's a zombie. Yeah, he's great. Darwin Cook. Can't recommend him enough. And I'm gradually working my way collecting things. Whenever I see a Darwin Cook thing, I have to get it. It's kind of one of those things. Especially since the guy isn't making anything anymore. You know, he's been dead for 8 years now, which is crazy. Yeah. But yeah, something I want to do eventually is do some more show and tell sort of stuff like that at some point. The podcast? Oh, do you mean my podcast? Or do you mean, what podcast do you mean, Patrick? Yeah. I don't tend to talk about comics quite as much on my podcast, so. But it is something I want to do, is start doing more stuff with the channel, because this is, if you're watching this on Twitch, you might know, but I also stream this on YouTube as well, so. The toy one. Oh, okay. The toy one is called Talk Toy to Me. So come check it out. Talk Toy to Me. And yeah, for those who don't know, I do a toy podcast because I'm also a big lover of toys. There's a little monkey there. So I really love toys, and I think actually this is hang on, I'm going to bring this as well. This is what I mean. So like all kinds of like toys and action figures and stuff. I do this. Here's a really weird Spider-Man. This is from a company called Mego. So yeah, I'm into all of that, and I don't really talk about that on the stream or anything. But yeah, at some point I'm thinking I will be doing, to keep streams going, and so I can keep and maybe create some content for the channel and stuff. I will be doing more stuff around that as well as doing drawing stuff. Anything that's connected to my work, I definitely will do so. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about art books and comics and stuff that I love. You know, anything that relates to that kind of stuff. So it's going up to past. Has anyone got any suggestions for a final drawing? If not, I'm going to call it a night. So throw another drawing at me if you've got one. Preferably something I can get done in 30 minutes. I'll wait. First of all, sorry, I'm just seeing all the chat. Sorry, this is from Twitch. I'm sorry, I went blah. Violet Glimmers. Hello, Violet Glimmers. Hi. You have any ideas? That's not a problem. You can just be on the stream. It's fine. The stream is running its course. I've got to say, I'm probably going to go very soon, but thank you for stopping by anyway. And I will be at Norwich Games Con. I haven't really talked about it much yet, but yes, I will be at Norwich Games Con. So if you're in Norwich and you like games, tabletop games and stuff, you should go and check it out. I'm planning to do some cool things when I'm there. You're running an RPG at the castle. That is very cool. What one is it? Is it? Can you say? Are you allowed to say? Let me show you while you're here, Violet Glimmer. I'll show you what I'm actually going to be selling at the math table. Hang on. So, obviously, I want to come up with some stuff that will be gaming adjacent. I don't really do a lot of gaming stuff, but one thing I have been doing, because I'm a big Magic the Gathering fan, is these. So, what these are. So these are tokens you would use in your games. Play Magic the Gathering, so you would cast soldiers and stuff like that. So this is a soldier. Yeah, I've been selling these at cons and stuff, but I thought, oh, cool, I can bring them to. It's specifically games, so this would be good. I've only done 10. But there we go. There's a goblin. People like the goblin. I like the goblin. I have a goblin on a t-shirt as well, so I'll be selling the t-shirt as well. But yeah. So yeah, that's the only strictly gaming thing I will have. However, I will have gaming adjacent things. I'm gonna have stickers that have like fantasy animals and stuff like that on it. I'll have I'll be doing commissions, because I do commissions at conventions and stuff. So like this, some sketching commissions and stuff. So if people want me to draw their D&D characters or RPG characters, I will be drawing that too. So yeah, I will be doing some cool stuff there. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you here while you're here, Violet Glimmers. Thank you for joining the stream. Ro, hi. So sorry. You were saying Zatanna is her name. You found that out anyway. You don't need me to. Zatanna is from cartoons, but she's also from the comics. She's originally from the comics. And her whole thing was she could do spells that she would cast backwards. Let's draw a quick Zatanna. But Zatanna, again, you're using all my black ink, bro. Because she has like a black outfit, doesn't she? You know what? Let's do a quick Zatanna. Why not? Violet Glimmers. Yes, I am going to be doing commissions. That's what I do at cons. I will do these. I will do these kind of things. I will do what you're seeing here. I tend to do at a convention as well, live. And people make, they'll commission me and I'll draw it on the day. It takes me about 30 minutes, depending what it is. But I'm thinking of doing just like portraits or stuff. But then if someone comes up to me and says, "Can you draw me a Batman?" I'm gonna draw Batman. Do you know what I mean? It's fine. It's just, I understand, because it's a gaming thing. I kind of want to be able to be representing myself more in line with games and stuff like that. Anyway, let's try and draw Zatanna. How would I draw Zatanna? How would I draw this? I guess I do. Tell you what, speaking of Darwyn Cooke and DC, how would Darwyn Cooke draw Zatanna? That's probably already wrong. It's fine. Okay. Right. Let me just. How would I draw Zatanna? Zatanna. Google tried to correct it to Zara, the shop Zara, which I thought was quite funny. No, Zatanna. Let's have a look. Hello, Billy the Blade Malcolm. Hi. I think, unfortunately, you'll be out of luck if you want any requests. But you're more than welcome to stay and join. This is my last request of the night. I'm drawing Zatanna. I know you're a DC fan, so you know those. Great choice, by the way, Ro. I haven't drawn Zatanna in like years. Oh, Ro, I didn't realise you're missing. Wait, so you're saying Norwich Con? Do you mean Norwich Games Con? Is Green Day in August? I believe, yeah, Norwich Game Con is in August. That's a good... It's a ton. I think I'm feeling quite confident about the pencils for that. I did look up how Darwin Cook drew as well, and I think I kind of got it how I want it. Just give it a flower. So I'm just seeing if there's anything missing on the outfit. Something like that. There we go. That'll do. Let's ink it. Oh, sorry, God, I have a hard time checking the chat sometimes. Billy the Blade Malcolm, I meant to say as well, yeah, hello from Thetford, hello from Norwich, and also hi to your wife as well. Sorry, I spoke to you and I didn't even speak to your wife. Hope you're both doing very well. funny, this wasn't going to take me long, and it's starting to feel like a bit of a bigger task than I expected. Not that I'm complaining, by the way. Zatanna is a great choice. Oh, getting there, guys. Getting there. Okay, that one's just, I'm using ink. Oh, no. Second, guys. Having a little bit of an accident. Nothing I can't handle. So I'm going to handle it now. Otherwise, it's going to be real bad. Oh, hello B-Patch. Thank you for joining. I don't know what bit you were talking about, whether you were talking about the mess I've made or the actual drawing. Yeah, I'm getting back to doing it now. I did spill some ink everywhere. It's all good. Let's try it again. Right. How's that? I think that'll do. Okay, so. Ooh. Just make sure I haven't got any ink on me. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. It's been lovely. Hello, Theo. I'm literally about to go. Theo is Theo's a friend of mine. They have a book out, by the way, a graphic novel called Homebody. You should all go find it. It's a very good book. Bye, Theo. Thank you for joining me very briefly. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I'm going to end the stream now. But, oh, thank you for the heads up, Theo. Theo's just giving me a heads up about any other artists who want to go participate as well. The October MCM artist table applications are now open. Thank you for the heads up, Theo. I'll apply. Right, let's end this stream. I'm done for tonight. So, let's just do a little roundup of what we've got. So, let's put this away. Right, so, firstly, we started off with Power from Chainsaw Man. So there we go. Those. Just give it a little Signorino. That's one done. A quick Kirby, because there's so much ink everywhere. I think I really went to town on that one. Yeah. A Dr. Manhattan. And finally, to end the night, we have Zatanna. I'm trying to get them all in, but I've got so much ink everywhere. I'm going to remove these ones now, and I'll just sign Zatanna. I'm thinking right here. You know what? Why? Here. Why not have another little one there? Right. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I had a lovely, lovely time. But I'm going to go. Thank you all for joining me. You didn't have to do this on a Monday night, but I really appreciate that you decided to hang out with me this evening. I don't think there's much to say, except I guess I'll just see you next week then for more of this. 7:30 PM GMT. The only thing I've got to say is, if anyone can, and you guys being here is enough anyway, I really appreciate it. But if you can, and you happen to be on social media, and you happen to be coming to the stream, please feel free to share this as well, because I want people to check this out. And I've got a bit of a following on here, and I really appreciate it, but I'd love to see more of you here. So if if you can, yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, give it a like, share it. Same with Twitch. I don't think you can like on Twitch, but just share it around. If you happen to be going on to watch it, just give it a share. Or you don't have to at all. I just appreciate you guys coming along. I just yeah, it's really hard lately with social media. It's getting worse and worse at like sharing actual genuine things that isn't to do with algorithms and all this other nonsense and AI and all this other stuff. So with genuine human beings like yourselves, if you're able to share this, I just really appreciate it. That's all. Right. I'm gonna go. I've done enough rambling. I will see you all next